sure you were getting beat up because that's a horrendous churning market. When did you start evolving into what you're doing today? Like what was sort of the crossroads and turning point where you went from, I'm a young guy hustling, doing everything, doing foreclosures, to, ooh, I'm now going to start building a real business in the luxury market?
What's interesting too, I wasn't making a lot of money in the early days. I was on a $400 a week fixed salary doing broker price opinions for banks. And I probably worked 70 to 80 hours solid doing that. But I got the education, and that's what was incredible about it.
Invaluable education.
Oh my God, I wouldn't change it for the world. Nobody else could have even possibly paid for that. So
that's important. There's a lot to be said about those sort of opportunities, working for free for the right experience or working for very little money. If you're in the right place and you get an education, that's invaluable long term.
I remember Barbara Corcoran said that some of her best salespeople had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. It was a difference between somebody making $1 million a year in New York City and $7-8 million a year. And I always kind of kept that with me. So anytime I've got any type of adversity or a team member of mine has some adversity, I really encourage them, look inward, figure out how this is fuel for your fire, whatever it is, focus on overcoming that piece. And I think that's what fueled me through those long hours. I knew that I was heading somewhere. I didn't quite know exactly where. And for me too, like today, my business is solely focused on the luxury end of our market, not only here, but in other parts of the US. And I wanted to learn as much as I could about the process so that I could be an advisor role as opposed to just some salesperson trying to sling the next $1 million deal. I ended up working for that foreclosure firm for about 5 years. And when I started out producing the individual that I was working for, I realized that I needed to make a change. And I was being recruited slowly but surely by Sotheby's International Realty. They just entered our market. They're really the first global firm in our market. We, like, for instance, I say we're so small, but we don't have a Compass in our market. It doesn't exist here.
We need to change that.